I'm here with Gerald Tombs from Clearvision. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Martin. How are you?
I'm fine. This is almost the end of Atlassian Summit. What's your summary?
This year, I would say we've had more footfall than any other occasion. And what's very interesting is the level and quality of people that are coming along. A lot of people are having the same kind of challenges with the Atlassian tool, mainly about the growth within their organization of their Atlassian tools is causing them almost some challenges about keeping the tools up to date, running, just purely based upon their growth.
Okay, happy to hear that. Did you have any talks about Linchpin Intranets here?
Oh yeah, quite a few actually. So it's been very good to share the stand this year. The synergy between ourselves and Seibert Media on the product Linchpin has been very good. Customers again are looking to have tooling where they can use it throughout their business. And traditionally Atlassian tools have been used in the development side. But now we're able to see where Atlassian tools can be used in the intranet world across the whole organization.
So when we set out to say, look, we need to have more business with partners, we thought, why don't we ask with the guy who's most successful? And I know you're only like the front guy, but thank you so much for trusting us to do this together. Why is it that Clearvision is most successful, the biggest partner in this ecosystem? How do you explain that?
That's a good question. I would put it down to we've already always had a philosophy in-house, which is if we have a spare dollar to spend, where will we spend it? We always spend it on marketing. So we invest in the team and the marketing, we invest in the sales organization. And from that comes the recognition and the inbound inquiries that makes us pretty successful. And of course, at the end of the day, you've also got to have the right solutions to back up and to be able to provide those customers with those solutions.
So we've sold a couple of big internet projects so far, and customers really needed Atlassian would call it high touch. They say we have a low touch, high volume model, and this is really a high touch, low volume thing. Why is Clearvision the partner to bet on for these high touch, long lasting projects?
So what we're finding, what's changed over the years is the fact that if you go back 2 or 3 years, we used to deal with Atlassian tools almost under the desk at the dev level. Now more than ever, we are going up to the C levels within an organization. And that's when the age-old saying, which is people buy from people. And people like to be able to talk through the challenges that exist and be reassured that there's somebody they can call upon, whether it be a problem or just to express a challenge that they're facing in their business. And that's what makes the partners different from what Atlassian can offer themselves. Yes, they are good, they have support mechanisms, but if you want somebody in front of you on a regular basis, that's really where the partners work. And that's the difference, I would say, that we make. We're very much touch with people at the enterprise level and below that as well.
So I'm interested in Linchpin. Where can I meet you personally? Where your office is? Where you're near me?
Well, that's another part of our growth. So we've taken on a philosophy or a principle, which is our enterprise customers are global. Whether they have offices which are global or staff, because sometimes they're using people wherever they might be. So for us, our offices are Philadelphia, which is servicing Americas. We have Ireland, servicing the whole, Dublin, servicing the whole of Ireland. UK, we have 2 offices, London and Southampton, our head office being Southampton. And then we have India and Slovakia. And at this moment, we're in the process of getting a representation in South Africa.
Wow, South Africa. That's where you'll do your vacation stand with the elephants.
That's exactly the reason. That's actually what started us off on the charity for this year, which was for orphaned elephants in South Africa. So we joined up with the Atlassian 1% pledge this year, and all our donations have been going towards the orphaned elephants in South Africa.
Can you see how much money you're going to be able to donate?
Well, I haven't done the final count, but I know that we've had almost 100 return cards, probably over 100 return cards.
And you had to do some tasks for that, right?
Yeah, so people had to go around with the cards and get a stamp. And so it's not just Clearvision. I will point out that we had a number of other partners joined in with this, and each of the partners for every stamp is donating $2. So if the maths is right, we've got at least 100 cards back, and if they're all stamped, that's $12 per card. And I think we've got more than that anyway. And this is actually not just what's going to happen at this event. We're taking the same principle to other events that we're doing. So hopefully there's some good money raised for a good charity.
Okay. Let me give me one more Linchpin question, and then the last question after that. Why do you think Linchpin and Confluence qualify as an intranet as opposed to like the industry standard behind the firewall is most likely SharePoint? So why do you think we can win?
Well, let's put it this way. I think some of the problems with SharePoint are that it's very historical, it's very set in its ways. The thing about Linchpin and Confluence is, first of all, if we take the Confluence aspect, it's coming from a very modern organization, a modern way of thinking company, written with a newer technology. If you take exactly what Linchpin have done, or Seibert Media have done, added Linchpin on top of a very successful platform. And it's that whole point of listening to what customers really need. So SharePoint nowadays is clunky, it's expensive, you need lots of hardware, you need a lot of effort to get it going. And that's exactly what organizations don't have. They don't have the capacity, the admin time to keep those large, heavy infrastructures running. When you've got something lighter like Confluence, but not lighter in functionality, added with the great Linchpin layer on top, that gives you all that capability of SharePoint plus a whole lot more. So it's an easy decision, not difficult.
Okay. Last question. What did you learn at Atlassian Summit this year, like from a context perspective, that excites you the most?
What did I learn this year? I would say there's two things. On the product side, at last we've got the Confluence dual editing, or the capability of multi-user. It's been promised for some time, so I'm very pleased to have that along. Almost competing with Google Docs. That's very good. In terms of the overall conference, what I would say is just the sheer number of enterprise customers, the adoption, just to see how they are taking Atlassian tools, not just within development, but throughout their whole organization. Many, many more big brands, and there's loads more to come as well. So we're in the right space. Martin, you and I are definitely in the right space with Atlassian.
Thank you, Gerald Tombs from Clearvision. Thanks.
Thank you very much.